Please let me find my card.
I say they are waiting for you. Just do what you can do now. So those things. You say your wife. I say your people are waiting.
Yes, this thing just needs.
Where you put them before?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, great. Hope you all can see my screen. So all of you guys, welcome aboard. My name is Lamine. I'll be putting you through the class today, and we're going to go over the Adtv certification. What I want us to do is, whatever your background is, whatever you know, I want you to think about it and just drop it. Don't assume you know something. So I want to start from something to what you need to know. If you cannot see my screen, let me know. Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Now, we're going to go over this class, and this will put you through Adtv certification, and I know a lot of us out there, we heard of this or we are new, So, irrespective of your background, I want to think about this way. We are just all beginning, we are learning together. So, can you guys share your background so that way I know what you don't know, so that way we can go from there. Everyone go first, and please mention your name, your location, and your background.
My name is Ifelodun. I am in Cincinnati, Ohio. Currently, I'm in clinical research. And by the way, your audio is coming in and out. Sometimes it was slow, sometimes it's really good.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's from my area.
Okay. Are you all have the solution?
Yeah, right now you're very loud, very clear right now.
Okay.
Hello. My name is Gift. I wouldn't say I necessarily have a background, but I've taken quite a number of computer science classes, so I have an understanding of coding and programming, and I'm interested in learning anything.
Welcome aboard. Is anybody else there? I know some people will just limit it. This is not being recorded, so that way some other people, we can have one-on-one session with them at the end of this class. There might be limited number of people that can join this bridge. This is just to be recorded and go live. So for the other member of the class, they have one-on-one, and everybody has a session during the week. Now, let me know if I'm audible enough right now, or I need to speak a little louder.
Yeah, you're audible now.
Okay, good. Now, with that being said, how we all can see let me just put my Bluetooth on. Yes, I'm going to thank you to all of you, friends and family, Drop Academy, and for giving me the opportunity to kind of lure you guys into this program in terms of beneficiary for everybody. Hopefully we all learn at the end of this game, and we all have something meaningful to do with it at the end of the day. Now, the structure of the class, we're going to have this class Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday online, live class, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Time. There's going to be a limited instructor email. Everybody, when you log into your profile, can you hear me? Okay, when you log into your profile, you can send an email to the instructor. Sometimes I pick up some sessions, sometimes someone else will pick up some section. We want to be very, very practical in what we're doing. And I don't want you to just come to this training because you want to really get a job, or you want to, I want to make more money. I want you to come to this with the intention of acquire enough knowledge and skill set to be somebody. So whenever you find yourself, it's still going to be relevant and know the skill yourself. This is going to be easy, irrespective of your background, your age, your location. Trust me, we all get along with this. It's very easy. Now, I want to go over this thing. What are the things we know? What we're going to cover in this class. We cover AWS. What is AWS? We define on the cloud. We cover computing base. We cover the AWS certification itself. Then we release all the AWS certification that you can do. Then we talk about the cloud practitioner, which is our focus here. And we talk about the exam online. Then, the exam you can take from home, and exam 5 steps. Let me know if you can all see my screen, so that way, can you all see my screen? I believe I'm showing my screen. Okay, great. So, then we talk about the exam tips as well. Now, why do you need to be a cloud practitioner? Why are you in this class? I think it's a question we ask ourselves. This class will actually give you a basic understanding of AWS cloud concept. What is it all about? Why do we need cloud? What is AWS? You cover the services, you cover the terminologies. Then it's a great thing when you want to start going to the cloud. It is something that will be good for you to know, especially as a fundamental to go to the cloud. And we help you build your confidence in the cloud. When you know something, you have more confidence about it. You can be boast of it. If you go out there, yes, I know this stuff. Not just cramming, but you'll be coming around in a different dimension. You can be bold of it and build your confidence. Now, who is this class for? Like I mentioned earlier. Let's say it's for non-IT background. Someone that doesn't even have IT background, if you take from non-IT background to AWS cloud career. Now, for some people that are in sales and marketing, it also helps them a lot. Let's say you want to go and sell cloud, that will give you the concept about the cloud. You have something to say. If you know something, you can always talk about it. Let's say you know how to cook certain food, you will go enough to say about it. To sell what you know. Think about us all as a dummy, as a newcomer, you don't know it. This is who this class for. If you have experience in the past, I recommend just go to the next one, to the next class service. We're going to post what we have for the professionals. But this class is for dummy like us, right? So don't feel bad about it. We're all good at something, but we can get to something we don't know from here. Now, what are the things I want you to learn? I want you to learn some things at the end of this class. I want you to learn IT services. I want you to learn about how to use the cloud. I want you to learn about AWS services and use it, how to use it. I want you to learn about the billing and practice model with the AWS. I want you to know the security concept of AWS, impact of AWS on businesses. Now, at the end of it, I want you to pass the AWS certification. It's called CLF6001. I want you to pass it. You can take it, but I want you to know something though. You don't have to do the exam. But when you do the exam, it gives you the loss rate. When you look at your resume, oh, this guy has a certification, they will pick you. It's catchy. That's someone that does not have any experience or any certification. But you don't have to do the exam. But it's a good thing, it's a plus to do it. Now, in the exam, there are 2 question formats in the exam. We'll talk about the exam. There's a multiple choice and a multiple response. Multiple choice, we all do multiple choice exam and multiple responses. Okay, let's assume I just say, okay, check A and B and C, or when this happens, what will you do? Things like that. But it's not about cramming. It's about understanding how this thing's all about. Once you understand it, everything becomes so easy. And moving from here to another training, another certification, it'll be a lot easier for each and every one of us. Now, I will send you a link at the end of this class where you can download the exam guide. I'm not sure you guys can see my screen. You to see that the exam guide is right there where you can do the download. I will send you the link. Just keep checking your portal and you see all the emails sent to you as well. Now let's do the overview of the exam. The exam is like it takes like 90 minutes. The exam cost is $100. You might want to check it out if price has changed. You can take the physics exam pricing. I will send you guys the link as well. It's a 65 questions, either multiple choice or multiple response question. It can be delivered if you go to a person to do it. There's a lot of places online you can do it, like you register. But I will share the information with you guys at the end of this class. Now, let's talk about your shoe. Can you guys see my screen? Do you see? Oh, I am actually changing I'm changing the screen. Do you guys see the shoe on the screen? Or you don't see it? You see the shoe? Okay. Really? Okay. It's changing. Okay. I can see it from here. Is anybody else have the same issue? Just only you? Let's just see. So you cannot see this slide. Okay. So you all cannot see the slide or just only him? But you can you see the shoe? Or you cannot see the shoe? Okay. You know what? Let me send you guys this slide. It's showing on my hand. I'm not sure why it's not showing on your side. 1 second, just 1 second, please. I was going to share the slide with you guys at the end of this class. But hold on. So let me know if you guys can see this. Let me start over again. Let's see this. Just bear with me. I'm trying to share this with you guys. Can you see my screen now? Okay. Good. Okay. So let's share this slide now. Can you see the slide now? Okay. Where's the slide? Okay, can you see now? Okay. Let's keep moving. Can you see it? Okay. You can see now. Okay. Now, we can go to shoe. Okay. So you see the shoe now? Good. Now I want to ask you something though. You know when you were young, think about it, when you were a little kid, you buy a small shoe, right? Then let's assume my favorite color as a child was I love white color, right? You know, when I get older, you know what happened? Just 1 second, please. When I get older, I will change shoe. Is that not correct? Like you grow, every day you grow. But it's the same white color shoe I'm using. Now, why can't we have a system whereby when I'm growing, I remember those days back when I was a little kid, my parents would buy us a shoe and they put like a tissue paper in front of it. So when we grow, what did they do? They remove I don't know if you guys experienced that. They remove the tissue paper inside the shoe so that we can grow with the shoe, right? So we still keep the same shoe for many years. Think about it this way. It's also applicable, like the first computer you ever have. Think about it as a shoe when you're a little kid. Now, when you get a little bit mature, you know a lot, then you buy a new one. So every time you change, you need something better, what do? You throw away the old one, right? Even though you have files, you have pictures, you know what people do? They copy the picture from the old one and they bring it to the new one. Okay. Now I want you to pay attention to this illustration because this will help you understand exactly what we are doing. Now, so when you're a little kid, you have a shoe. You get older, you use a different size. Correct. Okay. Now, let's assume when you are traveling. You know, there are two types of travelers, but like, you can have those two types. You know, the one that's the plastic one, that I know I can buy one at Walmart cheaper, where there's a zip on it. Are you guys seeing the zip travelers bag? The other one at the one at the, I'm punching at the right? Can you see? Do you know that if you want to stay fancy, you get a fancy one. But if you need to know, okay, you know what, by the time you're coming back, maybe you have something bigger, you get to the bigger one, right? So think about it this way. As your needs goes up, you change things you need to accommodate your needs, right? You need a smaller bag. Let's assume I travel first time, I need a smaller bag. And the second time I travel, I will get rid of the first one because it's small. Then I get another one. Then I get another one. So why can't I just get one bag whereby as I need the bag, as I need the space, what do? I will zip it, I keep going. Does it make sense? Now, that is what cloud is all about. We're going to go there. Cloud is like a community, right? Let's assume your house, where you live right now, a community where you have a bunch of computers. Okay. The only way you can get to this community is through the internet. That's the road. In reality, your house is the road to get to your house. I mean, the road is the main road. You see that is the path to get to your house. But if you want to get to the cloud, you will need a road called internet. People call it data. Now, let's go back to the back now. Someone now think about it. Wait a minute here. Instead of me tossed away my old computer every time I need a better one, why can't I just create an environment, a computer, a big computer, very, very big. This also is very, very big. It has a lot of room. Then whenever you need something, you go there, right? And you just click what you need. Is that making sense? Just if you need small, you get small. If you need big, you get big. So you don't need to buy a computer every time. You need a new computer. Then you can keep your old file. You can keep everything. It just keep growing as you grow. Right? So it becomes on demand. You get everything you need when you need it. Does it make sense? So now you have this computer, small one. You need a bigger one. You just go there, get a small portion you need. Got it. You use it. Then you need more space. You go in there and add more to it. Okay. But here's the point. This computer is not the one in your house. It is somewhere in the cloud. Where anytime you need it, you go to the road. What's the road? You remember the road now. The road is your what? The road to the cloud is what? The internet. Okay. So anytime you need this computer, you go to the road. You use it. You don't have to. Think about listening. When you use a vehicle, every time new one model comes out, what do? They just change it for you. Right? Think about it. So cloud is a place whereby you get a computer. I want you to understand it this way. You get a computer you need, when you need it, how you need it, and you don't need to. You just pay for what you need. So when you need more, you pay for more. You don't trust the old one. You can add it easily. Isn't it better than just start the old computer? You want to use last year, you throw it out. Next year, you're going to throw it out. You just keep the same thing, and every time you need it, it's there. But it is not a physical computer. It is something residing. Where is it residing now? It's living inside the cloud. Right? So think about cloud as your community, your house where you live, and someone just get a big house there, I say, okay, if you need to ever come over here, don't buy the house, just take the room you need for the week. And next time you come, you need 3 rooms, I have 3 rooms. If you need 4 rooms, I have 4 rooms, right? But how do we get to the internet? That's what cloud is all about. A computer available to you anytime, whenever you need it. Residing where? Inside the cloud, where you can always get to only through the internet. Remember, to get to the cloud now, we say it's the internet. You know you can have internet on your cell phone, you have it on your cell phone, on your laptop, and everywhere. So your internet doesn't have to be very, very fast to get to the cloud. Because where the cloud, all you want to see is the result of what you're doing. Right? So let's assume I want to do 1 plus 1 inside the cloud. I go to my keyboard, I log into the class, 1 plus 1. What do? The computer out there will do the 1 plus 1, will give you to just see the 2 on the screen. Right? Is it not the same thing as you having a laptop in front of you and typing 1 plus 1? So it's still the same thing, but we get it done quicker and faster, but it's also in the cloud. Remember, it is in the cloud. So if you move from here to Jamaica, you can still do what? You can still use it. But anywhere there's a road, to the cloud. And it's everywhere in the world now, we have the road to the cloud. Which is what? Which is the internet. So anywhere there's an internet, you can access anything you have in the cloud. Let's assume I take your garage in your house now, and I put your garage inside the cloud. That means anywhere you drive to, when you want to park your car, you can always do what? Access it, because there's always internet to use, okay? So that is cloud is all about. Now, we're going to go deeper. Cloud, a community called cloud, without a physical address, but houses in such community can be contacted over the medium called internet with a bunch of number called IP address. Now, let's assume now I'm coming to your house now. You know, you give me your address, right? You give me the house number, the street, and the city, the zip code, and what else? The country, if I'm coming from out of the country. So you know, when you get to the US, take a flight to Texas, you know, or whatever, you just give an address. So I want you to understand something. There's nothing extraordinary in IT world that you don't do every day. IT world is they're emulating your reality. What you do every day is what is to just take everything to the internet, information technology. Right? So how do we get to the cloud? There's an address. You need to get from that. Let's assume I put my computer in the cloud. Right? There must be a way to get to that cloud. The address. So address is called an IP address. There's another class for that, which you need to worry yourself. You need to crack your head. But here's the point. If I want to, I know each. Let's assume you have a social security number, and I want to call you. Do I call you by social security number? No. I call you by name. Okay. So how do you know? How do you know name? How do you know? How do you map the name to the social security number? It's called domain name. So cloud have something called a domain name, which all you do is google.com is the domain name. But if you go on your computer now, you go to, I don't know if you guys know how to go to the command prompt. Click on start. When you're using Windows, click on start, click on run. Then a little screen come up, type CMD, that is command. A blast screen is going to come up. When a blast screen comes up, you type in ping, P-I-N-G, google.com. You will see that ping, we take the name Google and we give you the IP address of Google. So IP address is known to people that know the IP address, but not everybody can cram the IP in their head. If I want to call you, it's much easier to call you by name, but here's the point. Many people bear the same name, but they can never bear the same IP address. It's unique. There's a lot of guys, there's something called a local area network and a wide area network. So how do you get to the cloud? You get to the cloud by their name, which is the address, and it's an IP address, and something that makes it so easy for you to know is called a domain name, which is a DN. Now, a computer that gives the name, like when you go to the church, after they name you, there's the pastor that gives the name. It's called domain name server. Are we all clear now? Do you understand this? So, if you need me to, I might not see you raising hand, or you can just talk if you need to ask me a question. Because I'm not by the computer now. Can you hear me now? Okay. So we understand the concept of the IP address, and we understand the concept of domain name, and we understand the concept of the cloud now. Are we good? Okay, great. Now, let us introduce ourselves to the cloud. What did I mention? Cloud is a community, right? Let's assume in the community, in the physical world, we have police, right? We have the fitness center, we have a farm. It's a community. Everything is there. So everything you want to do is in the community. You need to call the police, the security man. Everybody is there. It's in the cloud. But you don't get there. You only get to this place through the internet, right? Now, this is how you get there. You see your address, your return address. So when you go to the cloud, you send the address. I'm going to this address. Then when I come back, let's assume I go to the cloud, I will give them my return address. So I'm looking for a news. I go to google.com, right? Now I'm already in the cloud. And I'll say, okay, find me your name, type your name in. You're gonna return it back, right? So you go to the cloud, you get what you need. Remember, this community, like I mentioned, you are the one that build that community. Because once you connect your computer to the internet, you are joining the cloud. If you join your computer to the internet, you are joining the cloud. So Google, they also have their own server in the cloud, right? So AWS, which is Amazon, for you to so like you mentioned, Amazon owns AWS. Amazon that they do more than that. They just come out with the concept. Let's move the computer to the cloud, so you can use it anytime, anyhow, whenever you need it. Just pick what you need. So you need to know address back and forth. That's all IP address is all about. Now it looks like this. Can you see that? Now, have you seen it before? Does this look familiar to you in your browser? When you type in www.google.com, does it look familiar? You see that? Now, you see the google.com is the domain name. Google is the domain name, .com. It's the top level domain, .com, which is the .com, .net. Okay, so you can get the domain name because you have your name.com. So when you get the domain name, you must have information to give out. So you are joining the cloud. Okay, you may ask, do you know average? Many of us we spend 80% in the cloud. Do you know that? Every day. How? When you get on your phone, what do? You take a picture, where do you put it? In the cloud. You make a phone call. Most of these calls are calling from the cloud because the computer that is making the phone call for you is in the cloud. How do you get there? Try something one day. Turn off your data on your phone. You will see how boring your life will be because you are not in the cloud. So when you go to YouTube, where's YouTube? In the cloud. Everything is in the cloud. You go online shopping, Amazon, Yahoo, whatever, they're all in the cloud. So we live cloud life. So how you get to the cloud is the protocol, like the way how it's secure. HTTP is secure. There's another class for networking, which we throw a lot more. We are not really worried about that. We just want to focus on this class. Okay. So this is how you get to the cloud, but you need to know the address, right? Now, in the cloud, Amazon, here we come. They have their own store, right? Amazon have their own shop in the cloud. So they call themselves Amazon Web Services. So what did I mention? Web. You see web? W-E-B means data, internet. That's what it means. Amazon Internet Services. Okay? So they have their own shop, and they've been around since 2002. They built their own shop, everything in 2002. You have their own shop. You can also have your own shopping cloud. You know that. You can also, everything you do, you can kind of, they can come and buy from you. Okay. So Amazon have their own shop in the cloud. So in this shop, when you have a shop, you have to sell or you provide services. You see me? Walmart. Look at Walmart. You can walk in one day and walk into the store Walmart and buy something there. Let's assume there's a Walmart closer to your house and it's empty. Will you go there? Will you go to Walmart store that's empty? What are you going there for? Okay. So Amazon build this shop. They fill it up with a bunch of stuff. then you as an individual, you go in and buy from them. Okay. Now, let's assume we have a barber shop too, right? When you go to the barber shop, it's also a shop in the club, right? Now, in this shop, they have, when you want to cut your hair, they give you a little small sheet. Remember, there's a difference between services and products, right? Now, if you go back to the other one, it's a shop. If you go to the Walmart sell product, right? Walmart don't sell. Oh wait, they sell services, tire, they fix tires for people, right? The Walmart that fix tire. So we know the difference between services and products now. Services is what you do for people to make their life better, right? You don't sell clothes, shoe, anything. That is services, right? But it's different from product. But when I sell you a shoe, a pair of shoes, I'm selling you a product, right? So in this club, we have a barber shop, which is like services. All you do is cut your hair, right? Now, I want you to know the difference between products and services when you come to the club. So think about cloud, think about what we're talking about, something that you see every day, something that you go to the store to buy. Either you go buy the services or you go buy the product. What another thing you buy? You buy services or what? Product. Those two things. That's why you go to Walmart for. You either go change the tire or you go buy buy food for house. Okay. So now, services, web services, right? Amazon shop open in 2002, right? Now, with few tools and services. Are you guys there? Okay. Are you with me? Do you guys need any more? You want me to slow down, repeat myself in any way? Okay. All right. So when the Amazon open up, they open up in 2002. When they open up 2002, with few tools. Let's assume you just start your business. You don't really know what I want to start my business, but let me start with a barber shop. I have few tools, like a few things, right? But when you realize there's so much they can do, they relaunched in 2006 with 3 services, right? Okay, well, I'm back. I'm good. These are the 3 services I have. What are the services we have? I want you to just focus on the name. We're gonna go back to it. This is just introductory class. We will go back to this class and pick up everything one by one, so that way you guys can understand. So when they have these services, we have Amazon EC2, Amazon SQS, Amazon S3 class storage. Now, can you guys tell me something? When you have your computer at home, the computer you have at home, what are the things you use the computer for? 3 things you do. You do computer work on it. Okay. Like you have Excel, PowerPoint, then you store your data on it, then you do some other little things. Those are the things you do. So think about big things you do on your computer. And Amazon is providing it for you. Remember, it is a services in the cloud. You don't own their computer. So you don't own Amazon computer, but what do? You use their computer, right? So have you ever been to a data center? Have you anybody know about data center? You know data center, right? Do you know what data center is? Okay. Data center is a place you go, and remember back in Africa, we don't really know, we don't have a computer or internet at home. So data center is more like where someone go and use the computer there to print. They use it to print it to send a fax. FedEx Kinko. What did you do? You've been to FedEx Kinko before. What do you do? Do you go there and take the printer home? So what did they render? You just use it, right? So those are the services. They render services for you. Now, I'm going to go back to things. Let's just master this. I want you to understand it. See, when you understand this thing, you don't need to cram it. When you can relate things like this to what you do every day in your life. Like every day. Is that the things you do every day. You wake up in the morning, you go to the store, you go to FedEx Kinko. This is the things you do. Isn't it? So why do we have to crack our brain? Because we do every day. So now, Amazon now say, you know what? I will make sure I provide you something. Let's assume I go to barber shop and I want to cut my hair. I say, okay, well, I don't have enough money today. I want punk, but I will start with cut my front like this, small. Then I will come next week when I have money. Cut the back. Even though it might look crazy, but you are paying for what you need, right? When you need it, what you can afford. Okay? So, I'm also making it so easy for everybody to pay for the service. Let's assume I go, oh, have you been to layaway in a Walmart? You know the layaway? I don't know, they call it layaway, right? Whereby you want to buy a ring, you don't have the money, you just pay them small. Are you guys aware of you are aware of layaway? Something like called layaway. Yeah. So it's another means of payment, right? They make it easy. They want your money. You pay for what you use per second. Okay. I'm gonna get you a computer. For this computer I'm gonna get you. You only pay me for what you use it for. Per every second you use it. Is it not better? I just use it when I need it. I don't need to use it, pay for when I don't need it. So they make a payment terms so easy for you to pay as you need. Okay. Now, let's talk about product now. Remember I mentioned services, right? You pay for. They have so many services they have, but you only pay for what you need. Now, if someone got you a computer, when you buy a computer, they always put all these antivirus on it. They put a bunch of stuff, things you don't need, isn't it? You don't even need it, but they put it there. But what if someone says, okay, I will get you your computer. I will only put things you need on it. And when you need more, you can always have. I remember sometimes your antivirus will expire and we ask you to pay 60 days trial. Who need that? You don't need it. You have something else you're using. So services pay for what we need. That makes them ahead of many technology because Azure, there's a lot of cloud services out there, but Azure, AWS is one of them we are working on. There's a Google too, have their own cloud. Okay. So we all understand cloud is the concept of taking your laptop and throw somewhere, right? Where you can use it anytime. Okay. Now the product. They have security products. They are just like one might have the shoe. One might have what do they have? They say a bunch of stuff about woman. Yes, it's a shop, right? So what do you expect? They carry product too. Despite the fact they carry product, they still have services as well. So they have development tools as a product. Their database is a product. Archiving is a product. We're gonna go over everything one by one. I want you to just follow the trend, and I want to take you from what you know to what you don't really know. Okay. This is a simple thing. Relate to your daily life, what you do every day. So there's a migration product, business application. Those are the products. They're part of them. Now, after this class, I expect you guys to go online too and look for Amazon services and look for Amazon products. Look at this. Look at it. You will understand now what it is when you're building it. It's not like a magic anymore. Because you know what it is. You know what it's cloud. You know what products are. You know what services are. Okay. Now, can you tell me something? Is this a product or services? What did they render here? When you went to go rent a car, what did they render? What did they give you? Are they give you a product or they are giving you services? Because someone just answered. So why is it services? You use the car, and what do? You return the car. Someone else come around. Now, what you don't know, when you buy services from Amazon and you don't need it, someone else can use it, isn't it? Okay. So that's the same thing as car rental. I don't get a car rental, rent a car and just disappear and say, well, they just gave me for $30 a day. It's mine, And some of them, the meter say, okay, I will get you rent this car, but it only drives so miles. You guys know that, right? You only drive so many miles. You don't rent some not the car rental. I remember one time I rent a car. They can say I only drive so many miles per day. If I drive more than that mile, then they will charge me extra or something like that. So they tell me, okay, I'll give you 20 miles for flat fee. So if you need more, you can always buy more, right? So that's what it is. Now, rental in the cloud. Okay. Amazon services is considered what? Rental in the cloud because you don't own it. Right? Now, why is it better to rent? Because things change in life, right? If someone say, okay, I'm gonna rent you a shoe when you're a little kid, when you get older, it can just come around. Do you know sometimes the money we spend on buy shoes, if you are renting shoe, we don't even spend half of that. Because when I was a little kid, maybe someone said, I rent is cheap for me, $1 for 3 years, 5 years. So the next 5 years, you know, remember when I rent it, I don't use it, I return it back. Someone else is gonna be younger than me who can use it, right? So they never lose anything, you know. So rental in the cloud, think it that way. I'm renting something in the cloud. It is a computer I'm talking about, available for leasing. It's available all the time. Anytime you need it, there's nothing worry about. Oh, you wake up in the middle of the night, you want to have a computer now in the cloud, you can have it in 1 second. But remember, you rent it, you don't want it. It is where it's located. It's located in the cloud. That's where its location. And it's owned by Amazon. Available in any scale, any computer, any scale you want, as long as you can pay for it. But the price is very, very, very reasonable. If you go to the computer shop now and want to buy a computer, a good computer will cost you like $1,000. A good one, you know, average. You know, you can get those $300 one, but I know some people get cheaper. But cheaper doesn't do much. By the time you start playing game, you know, okay, this is not good. You know. Now, and this is available to anyone. This is available for anyone who can pay for it. Are you with me? Okay. That is what it's about. Now, what's the future of the cloud? Why are we worrying ourselves now? You know, we know Tesla is coming up right now, and you say, oh, you know what, I want to stick. Oh, remember, you know the car, the GL1 in the olden days, like the gear, you have to, when you're driving your car, it's not automatic. You have to put the gear. We all know that. I don't know if you guys know those vehicles. I remember back in the days when cars first come out. You know, you have to put it in gear. You know, you put it in fast, you put it in your hand all the time. But now automatic comes in. So that's why don't you say, oh, you know what? I want to stay in the century. I don't want to drive automatic car. I want to drive the old one. You'll be behind. So cloud is growing rapidly. Before you know it, in the future, nobody will have a computer in their house anymore. You just use the cloud. You keep changing. You only have a tablet in the house and cell phone. We actually doing it now. You know, some majority, when the bunch of us that travel a lot, we only go with tablet and phone, isn't it? But do you notice that even when you are on the road, you still use Excel, you still use PowerPoint, isn't it? You're already in the cloud. You use the cloud, but you don't know we're using it. Now, when you are good at this thing, there are millions of job creation in the cloud. Like opportunity. So you are going with the future. You're already in the future. You know, and also increase revenue for companies. You increase revenue. When something is yielding you more money, what will you do? You go for it, isn't it? Okay. So what are the advantages of cloud? As I mentioned, it is convenient. Pay as you go. Pay what you use. I'm not gonna bother you. Pay what you use. You don't need it. Don't worry about it. It is very, very flexible. Simple and straightforward. And when you need it, it's very easy to sell. Ping, ping, you don't click it, let's click and go. And remember, you don't need to worry about someone coming to your house and steal the cloud. You know someone can come to your house and steal your phone, and you can go to the store and call the T-Mobile and say, hey, my phone has been stolen. You know what you do? Immediately they block the phone, right? And you log it to another phone, they give another phone. And you can log in and all your emails are there, isn't it? All your contacts are there. Do you ever think about where is this coming from? It's coming from the cloud. So, but this your data is secure somewhere. You shift the responsibility to someone. They protect your data, they protect it for you, you make sure you're safe. It's very security. It's very secure. You don't need to worry about, oh, you know, when you have a cloud on your tablet and you put everything in your tablet, immediately they see your tablet and you declare stolen, that tablet is useless. They can't get your information. They can use the physical tablet. So it's very secure. Now, when we go further into this cloud, there's an API which allows you to do a lot of programming, a lot of backend thing, you know, in the cloud. That is more powerful. How you can manage people's data. Imagine work for a company, you can do the API. It's more like a coding side, you know, on management course, but it's very easy to know sometimes. Some of these are easy, it's already there, easy to go, right? Now, we mentioned earlier on about the services, right? I mentioned them above. What are the services rendered at the barber shop? You see this one here? Now, they have adult court, the case court, all these things. Can you guys see my screen? Those are the services rendered. So now, can you guys remember now, what are the services rendered in Amazon? You probably forgot. How you guys are taking notes? Okay. Great. Those are the 3 major services, right? There are still more. So you can now know what it is now. Okay, great. Now, the main services rendered by Amazon. Let's go over it. Amazon AWS Route 53. Okay. When I say route, remember I mentioned earlier on, cloud is somewhere in this community on internet, right? How do you get there? Amazon render these services. You know what? I do your shopper. Come enter my car. I'll take you there. I have the road. I know the map. You know. Have you ever been to Vegas and you rent a car and you just rent it? I remember one time I had a Vegas to rent a limousine and the guy just drives us around. He knows around, right? He showed me the road. I don't know. He just drive me around. So Amazon render AWS route. Now, when you see Route 53, think about it. Route means road, right? So when you get to the design, anything that's Amazon route, meaning what? Road. Now, how do you provide the path to someone? You use the GPS, right? You punch in your address. Sometimes you are using your GPS. This will tell you the best route to get to your destination. Or you are driving, you say, okay, do you want to save 5 minutes? You say yes. You say accept it, you will reroute you. So something called integrity checking. Routing. It check to make sure everything is your integrity that this is a good solid route. It's a good one. You're gonna get it on time, no hold up anything, things like that. Now, remember when I mentioned domain, you gotta remember that. When I mean domain name server. Who is the domain name server here? When you do your embedded, I think in Nigeria we do like after 7 days. Somebody do this name ceremony after. They give it like here in the US. Immediately give back to you. What did they do? They give you the name, right? And they give you the social security number. So they give you the domain name, which is your name, and they give you the social security number, which is the IP address. Is it making sense now? So Amazon Route 53 services is into that. Now, even if I give you the way to get to the cloud, what I try to do? You try to do computing, right? Computing means you try to do something like computer work. So when you see EC2, always use the C as a computing, like a computer. Like it's a computer in the cloud. Now here's the point. When I go to the barber shop, they have little chair, the booth, right? It's the same barber shop, a barber shop, right? You walk in, they have booth. So think about booth as a small computer inside the barber shop, whereby you can sit down and you render the services, right? You sit down there, so you have, some of them have 10, 15, 4, 0. Well, close already. So these small seat, the barber seat, they are called instances. Remember, Amazon computer is feature. Feature is something imaginary, something out there. But when you provision your computer, you want a server on it. It's called instances. They give you a small space, just like you say, instances are small space on the cloud, whereby you can get your own computer. As it makes sense? Instances, small boot. Like now, let's take out. You go to Walmart. There's a I1, I10. It's for milk. One is for sugar, whatever it is. Okay, think about those little I as an instances where the milk is, where the butter is, where the bread is, where the meat is. Okay, so everybody that goes to the cloud that want a computer, which is EC2, Amazon creates a small space for them, for their own computer. Well, if you want 1 gig, I give it to you. It's right there. If you want 1 meg, I give it to you. It's right there. So they are called instances. Okay, so understand instances as a boot inside the shop to render services. Now, they now have a resizing tools. Remember, if I want 4 gig today, tomorrow I want 8 gig, what do? I resize it, right? I just go from 4 to 8. I don't need to buy a new one. So imagine you have a partition. I remember, I don't know, back in the days when I was in college, we always have a curtain, curtain inside the room. So that will divide you with your, maybe like four, one side, you partition the room, right? So let's assume I want more space, I just move it. I want more space, I move it. I don't need it, I move it back. And you are not losing anything, you still keep it, right? So it's a virtual server, it has a bunch of instances on it for you to run your computer, and it has a resizing tools, okay? Are we clear on that? Okay. Now, Amazon S3. When is it S3? Think about it like the S for storage. Let's assume I do everything I want to do. I don't have a place to put it. Amazon have it. Right? I have a computer. Remember, some people, they need more space. What do? They go to Microsoft or Best Buy and they buy a hard drive. Do you guys, any of us know what is a jump drive is? The little small USB drive. You all use it, right? Okay. So, you don't need to buy that. Amazon say, you know what? I'll give you storage. If you need to save your record of your whole country, I'll give it to you. I'll give you space. Now, when you store data, you can use it for so many things. Analysis. You're familiar when you travel, you do your job, the data you store, you use for analysis, okay. How many patients, all those stuff, right? You back it up. So Amazon S3 deals with the storage. Data backup, file storage as an object. Now, file is being stored as an object. You know what an object is? Like a little piece of stuff. You put it somewhere. Think about it now. You go to your garage and you just you build something like a shelf, right? And you now put in a bag, in a nylon bag. It's just an object. There are one pieces. So this belongs to you. This belongs to your kid. This belongs to your friend. You just have it like that. Okay. There's another. We're gonna go deeper into this. I want you to just understand it. So Amazon Glacier. Okay, it's a cold storage, right? Cold storage means something that you need, and if you don't keep it well, let's think about if you buy rice, right, and you buy food in your house. Where will you put food? Where will you put the rice? Will you put the rice in the fridge? No. You put the food inside the fridge. Why? Because they are sensitive. You want to consume it, you don't want them to spoil it. There is more guided. So think about cold storage as that. Okay. The Amazon Elastic Block Store. It's just more like storing data in the block. Okay. Now, container can be designated on Amazon. Okay. Now, let's assume container, like you have a food now. You put it in a container, right? Now, you can put container in such a way you can redundant story. If one fail, another one pick up. If one, so that way you will always have access to it. Now, if you have a host that comes to your house and the one in your bathroom is not working, the water hose, what do? You go to the one in the kitchen. It's the same water you're accessing, isn't it? It's the same water, just at different location. Think about redundancy as bringing you availability. When you need something, it's always there for you. Okay. So now there's some data you don't need. Like you just don't need it. Maybe what happened in 1983? You don't need it. You just there's an infrequent access storage, right? So we have Amazon, for redundancy. We have redundancy for us. Then you have Amazon Glacier, you have Amazon Standard. Those are the storage you can have. They kind of thinking about this. So we're gonna go deeper into this though. Okay, the data you want to save, is it something that you need to save? Do you need to use every day? Or is it something that you need it once in a year? We're gonna put the one you need immediately, maybe the one you need in Africa, US every time, put it in frequent access, right? Then put it in something you don't need all the time, in frequent access. They save it away, they keep it away for you. Okay, we're gonna go deeper into this. I just to understand, Container is more like a place to put something, right? Sorry. Now, most of the technology they use in IT, there are things we do in reality. In a basic container now, you can understand what container means, right? You understand what storage means. You understand what computing means. Okay. Now, we're going to continue with the main services. Remember, it's convenient. You pay as you go, pay for all you need and what you use. The flexibility, very flexible, it's very simple, it's very secure. We have the API. We mentioned this earlier. Now, another service they have is called Amazon AWS CloudWatch. So when I say CloudWatch, think about it this way. Think about it as something that monitors something. Okay. Now, if I'm watching, if I'm working on something, right, I'm driving. Why do you think we have a logistic manager? Or why do you think there's a teacher in your school, there's a principal? Because principal don't come to your school to teach you, but they are watching the teachers, they monitor them, right? So we have EC2 instances on the watch. We have the Amazon RDB instances. We have dynamic DB tables, custom statistics. I want you to take note of this. We're going to go deeper into this, but know there's a service called AWS CloudWatch. Okay? The AWS Cloud Front. I also not talk about it. This is in the cloud. Well, what if someone in Asia want to use the picture? Are we going to make now, the good thing about this is I want you to understand something. When you are in your house and there's a cloud down the street, it's closer to you. Even though you are using internet, you get to that place closer. Because it's closer to you. Your internet also look at that like an address like I mentioned to you. You go from your house to your local provider, for your local provider to whoever providing service for your local provider. You keep going on and on, right? But let's assume the local provider is the one that is giving you a YouTube. You don't need to go to someone else. They are closer to you, right? Now, cloud front, Amazon not thinking about this way. You know what if you have a data in Africa, what if you just put it on a server that is in the cloud, and this cloud is located in Africa? You don't need to cross the ocean. Remember, when I say cloud is a server, it's a community. That they have so many things on it. So you make it closer to you. So your computer also is connected not too far from it. Does it make sense? So platform is responsible for making content you need closer to you. Now, Amazon developed something called region. Region means, okay, you know what, we're going to have a community. One in US, one in China, one in Jamaica, one in Ethiopia, one in Germany. Okay, if you're in US and you want services, we're going to direct you to the US server. If you're in Jamaica, you want services, we're going to direct you to Jamaica server. You don't need to cross to the US. It's in reality. It's what we do every day, right? Like now, if you want to open a shop and you want to sell the product to someone in California, will you come and open it in Texas? No. You open your shop in California, closer to your let's assume your school. You go to school now. Are they going to tell you, okay, well, we are in the cloud, we're going to take your school instead of in California, you're going to come into Texas every day to come to school? No. It's not good. You won't go there. So, CloudFront is responsible for making all these things closer to the user. And all your Amazon services, they are in the cloud, AWS region closer to your location. And when you are deploying your cloud with Amazon, you have the option to select what region you want. Let us assume I want to target Africa. I'm not going to select Ethiopia or Germany or Israel. We're going to go over the regions as well in the class. Now, we have Amazon ELB. Okay. It's called load. When they say air, think about it. Load balancer. Load balancer simply means something like, okay, if you are going to someone or someone is using is using the server, is busy in Germany, I can say, you know what, let me just switch to the one. It's the same data. So now, what Amazon does is this. They also be able to do replica of data for you. You don't need to worry about, oh, I'm in Nigeria now, I can't use it. No, they make it available for you. If they see that you're using the one in a region in Africa, they move it to you. It balances you. You don't need to worry about all this thing. So, ELP, you have to authorize, and it's multiple. Like, you don't need to pay. Remember all this thing. Amazon also, you must pay for it. You pay for what? For what you want and what you need. Right? As long as you pay for it. So you can, it's multiple. You can just say, oh, I want ELB. It's there. Authorized. You have to authorize to use it. It's a load balance. An elastic load balancer, direct route. It does direct the route. Hey, when you go to somewhere with your GPS and go to one point, there's a traffic. You know what the load balancer does? It will reroute you. I was using the GPS one time and I would go to somewhere. And I was like, why is GPS taking me through this place? But you know what happened? And now there was a traffic hold up accident in front of me. So load balance, think about it. It routes you to the right one to make things routable, okay? And there's a classic load balancer and application load balancer. We're going to talk about it, okay? Now, cloud trade. If anybody commit crime, you want to know who did it, right? If anybody see your data, you want to know who did it. There's a cloud trade, a logged event. Everything you do on cloud, they log it. You know the source IP, where the address where it's coming from, we're using it, they log everything. Okay? Then there's another thing called Amazon AWS configuration. With the AWS configuration, you can view, like, oh, you know what? You can view infrastructure, you view what you have. Maybe there's someone pay for 10 gig, you can see everything. It's a service, you can see everything. You know, the number, extra call infrastructure. We're going to go deep into this. I just want to know all the services rendered by Amazon. Okay? Thank you. Now, do you guys have any question? Let's go over the question now, one by one. Yes. Yeah. You remember you build your cloud, you build your services, right? You decide where you want at the beginning. But when Amazon realizes you can move it around anytime you want. You have more control over pretty much everything. You know. So they so much make it so cool that they just plan servers all over the world. They just plan servers all over the world. You know, that's what it is. So you don't have to, because let's assume I go to Nigeria now and I use my cell phone and I come to the US. Would the phone company say, oh, because you were in Nigeria yesterday, I'll just give you a Nigerian number? No. But if it's something you do every day in Nigeria, why do you want to get the US number? You know, so you decide. And at any point, maybe you decide to have a US number. You can go to Nigeria. I want a Nigerian number. You can always change. It's very flexible. It's very, very flexible. It's, you decide what you want. Does it make sense? You remember the route guy? What's the name of the route guy? You know the Amazon? Who's the route guy? No, there's a Amazon service that do routing. I think, could someone remember that? Let's go back to the screen. See, Amazon have everything you need. Let's go back to this guy. Go back here. Okay, let's go back to this guy. I will show you guys the what do you call it? So in here I show you storage, you have the computing, you have the RAM. You see this one? See this guy does the RAM 53? Will he help you? Yeah. Because you know this guy knows exactly where you're doing. Like, do you know when you go to Nigeria? Do you also notice something? When you go to Nigeria and you go to google.com, okay, for anytime, you go to Amazon, you go to Amazon to buy something and you're in Nigeria. Or you go to France, do you know that Amazon knows exactly, you don't need just type Amazon.com, you go to the France website. Do you notice that? They know exactly where exactly. So you don't need to worry about all this stuff. They do the, you know, because we're in Nigeria doesn't mean you cannot use Google. You can still use Google, right? But the computing work is being distributed over based on they find the closest route for you automatically. So that makes it so fun. But if you yourself knows about that, I want my services to focus on Africans, I will use something closer to Africa at the beginning. But they will still do the routing for you. So do we have any other question? Okay. Now, I want you guys to, we still have a little time. So what I want to do is go over a few things that we need to understand, which is out of the scope of this, right? Now, I want us to understand something about networking, right? So that way you know, understand exactly how the route works. Now, you remember in your house, everybody have a we call it DSL, right? Do anybody else have any question before we move to this? Yes. Oh, you see the Amazon. You see the download, right? I will share with you guys the download for you. Okay, can you see that? Okay. Yeah. So now I want to talk about networking. It's good to know cloud, but understand deeper. How did they route? Okay. Imagine you go to the store, you call a Spectrum or what is your internet company. They give you a little box in your house, right? Now think about it this way. For those of us that come from a small or big family, we know we have our father, we have our mother, we have the kids, right? The kids technically they bear their parents' last name, isn't it? But sometimes. Let's assume you bear your parents' last name. So, but your parents, if I come to your house, I say, okay, sometimes they call it something junior. We always use that. So it's a David Jr., John Jr., right? If I come to your house and I'm going to say John, and there are 3 Johns in your house, how will you know? You have to say John Jr., right? What if there are 4 John Jr.s in your house? How will you know? You have to call them by full name. Okay, that's fair enough. Now, if you want to talk to each other in your house, you and your house talk to each other. You are very close to each other. You can easily go to, hey, give me some water now. I want you to share some food with me, right? But immediately you need to talk to your neighbor. What do? You open your door. You go out to your neighbor. In the real world. So networking is just like that. There's something called local area network. Means in your house, you all can talk to each other inside the house, right? I can go upstairs and talk to my, the kids, or talk to my wife, or talk to my son, or whatever it is. But immediately I want to talk to my neighbor, I need to open my door and go outside, right? Now, think about this way. These boxes they gave you inside your house, remember it has a Wi-Fi, right? You connect your phone when you're in the house, you connect to the Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is still local, it's within your house. It's called local area network. That means something is within your vicinity. But if I want to talk to something not in my area, I have to go to the door. The door is your router. Like, is the door, you get to the door, say, you know what? Go to my neighbor. Okay, so go left. Is it the left or right neighbor? That's called router. Okay? The router, so you come in your house. If you have a file, if you ever seen something that you in your house, you can share a drive in your house, whereby on one computer you can look at the other file in another computer. It's called local area network. Local means something within your vicinity, in your area, in your house. But to go out, you need a router, something that will route you. Now, this router passes through the gateway. Think about the router, the door is the gateway, right? Is the gate. That's the gate, right? And the router is your door, is the path outside. So, this gate have information about your neighbor. You go to the left, there you go this right, go this right, go this left, go this. Those are the things. In the reality, what we do every day, but in the digital world is what they are doing also. So you have a local area network within you, where the wide area network, which is outside you. Now, cloud is on one. It's on wide area network. But something outside you, outside your house. So now, some land can be a one to someone. Let's assume, and I come to your house. I say, your room is within your room. But if you want to come to living room to eat, now you are outside your local facility. You are stepping out. So remember, my house as a whole is a land for me. But your room is also a land in your room, while my house is a one for your room. So all this equipment we have, we buy. They call router. You connect to your computer, you connect to the wireless, and you notice something. There's something called IP address. IP address sometimes when you're in your house. You know, have you ever seen a wireless printer? The wireless printer, you connect your phone, you can print from your phone. You know, immediately you leave your house, you can't print your phone anymore. Why? Because you are no longer on that local area network. But when you connect to your router, you give an IP a name that say, I am in this house. So I can print to my printer. Now, some printers, they have one access to that. You call by the DNS, where you can go anywhere, you can print to it. So the IP address for local area network is different from the IP address on a wide area network. IP address on local area network, like I can be, my last name can be below here, and someone else can have below their own house, isn't it? But when you are in this house called Bello, I mean, you're referring to me. When you're in that house, you call Bello, you're referring to that person. But I can have kids have my first and last name. It's up to me, it's at my house. So the name can be the same, but different location. But when it comes to one, connecting the whole world, there's only one IP address for each device in the world. There's no two of you have the same social security number. Okay. So there's a one, there's a none. So cloud is using one to put the stuff on it. So when you connect to your router in the house, it knows you are local. When you need something, it sends it to the cloud. You need a router. There's so much in networking, but I'm just letting you know because I want you guys to understand, not just to attend this class, I want you to understand how everything works in the digital world. How people come about this idea, how they develop this idea. Why can you not do it? Is well, once you understand it. So this class is meant to take you to everything, to let you understand everything. So the first day today, there's going to be email sent out, hopefully by Monday, what you need to study. And also I've sent this PowerPoint to all of you and some questions. Now, what we also do is, we're going to help you put your resume together, you know, to let people know what you know after the end of this class. There will be a certificate given to you that you can use, that you completed this class and you're good at what you do. There's a job on out there. You can go to Indeed.com, register there. You don't need to do anything now. Register there and look for a WES job. See how much they pay. You know, see the location. Just look around. You know, if I want to, sometimes you know what we do when we want to go eat at the buffet. We first go on the Google, look at the name of the restaurant, isn't it? And see what they have, right? Now, what they have will determine, okay, when I get there, I'm going to eat this, I'm going to eat that. When I get there, I might not like it. So, cloud is easy. But we're going to put you, make sure you know everything you need to know to be very good at it. So, do we have any other question? Okay. So, now, I have a question for each of you, and I want you guys to answer. A scenario. I went to a shop to fix my car, and they told me I have oil leak. They charged me $50 to fix my car, but they charged me $10 to buy the oil. Can someone tell me which one is services, which one is product, and how much do I pay total for what I bought? Any volunteer? Okay, I go to the shop to fix my car, to do the oil change. When I go there, they measure there's an oil leak, that I need to buy oil, which is I have to buy more. So I pay, they charge me for the oil change, and they charge me for the oil. I pay a total of $50. Just give me an understanding, okay? Which one is services? Which one is product? Great. Now, I was going down the road. There was a traffic on the road. And my GPS told me, oh, you know, do I like to short my distance? I say yes. What is the role of that GPS in Amazon services? remember, I tell you, Amazon EC route. What do you call it? Okay, now I call it the road, but what is the name of the services that does the job? Exactly, great. I'm glad you guys are understanding it. Good. Now, no, okay, I think you're right about that. I don't want you to cheat, so I'm gonna just show that the screen. I want to understand, you guys understand it. 1 second, okay? Can you hear me now? Is it better? Okay. I think we have an echo somewhere. Hello? Okay. Can you hear me? I think that echo is coming from someone on the bridge. Okay. So let's assume I went to the store and bought me food, and I come to the house, I put it in my pantry. So what's the role of the pantry in Amazon services? What do you call it? And I came home, I put it in my pantry, that's all there. Which of the services? Remember, I told you about the cold one. Cold one is the cold storage. There's a cold storage, and what I want you to do is, Amazon have storage services, right? Okay, and I told you storage start with there's something that have S in it. Can you remember? Okay, good. Now in this Amazon S3, they have sub services, right? Are you doing cold storage, right? Or are you doing, what else? What else do we have? What are the services, the storage? Okay, great. Great. What else? Cool. Great. I'm glad you are understanding this. You see how easy it is now, right? It's very easy. So, let's assume I bought a house, and I've been worried about people stealing my house, and I hire a security. What Amazon service is that? Now, there's gonna be more questions for you guys in the scenario. When I ask the question in your email, I want you to reply with something you do every day. Is it making sense? Like, I want to relate it to, don't look at the book. See, when you cram, there's a tendency you forget. But when you look at it every day, and you relate it to what you do every day, you can never forget. You see, don't you feel that? So, now, I want you guys, the homework I'm going to give you guys, I need you guys to go online and look at all the Amazon services available. There's more. And I want you to explain at least 10 of those, if you can find 10. Then write a little summary in detail and send. I'm going to share the email with you guys. Everybody will have a contact. Just check your platform. The email will be there, and you'll be able to respond to that email. So don't just say, I don't want you to just tell me. I want to relate it to what you do on a daily basis. Right? So what you do, say, okay, I'm going to the store today. Okay, I miss my road. I use the GPS. You tell me, okay, take the shortest route. Okay, this is Amazon route services, right? So those are the things I want to hear from you guys. So that way, you guys will not just cram. You can close your eyes and explain to people. You see how we go about this right now? Don't you see that it's very easy now? It's very easy. You don't need to just know the word, the jargon they use. You need to know exactly what it's being related to. Are we clear? So keep an eye on the emails, please. Now we have our classes on Saturday. I think Saturday. Do it 3 times a week, right? Now you will be busy throughout the week. Just check your email. There'll be assignment given to all of you. It'll be different assignment given to you guys. Then please make sure you turn in a day before the next class. So this is the first time. The next time you come, I want you to come with another questions. Does it make sense? Come with another question from what we discussed today. Don't move too fast. This is what we just mentioned today. It's just the whole episode of cloud. It's the whole concept of the whole thing. There's nothing new anymore. So next time we meet, I need you guys to please come with the questions. Go over what we discussed. I will share the PowerPoint. Go over it. Then at the end of this class, I'm trying to put a book together for the layman, so that way, even when I'm writing, when you're reading the book, it's more like you're reading the story. So you understand pretty well what it's all about. So, how do you guys feel today? For it. What you think? Every day. Great. It is. And sometimes we don't even know we are doing it. I always tell people, you are doing it already, but you don't know. So now, an example, you went to a store, you went out with your friend, you take a picture. And you take this picture, then you share the picture with your friend. What did you just use? Have you ever imagined adding the picture? You guys that use iPhone, there's something on iPhone you can share. What do you call it again? You can we call it something on iPhone where you can send picture to your name. What do you call it? AirDrop. So how do you think it gets from your phone to the other one? Okay, it's the Bluetooth, right? So it's right from your phone. Remember, you have to connect first, isn't it? So you connect. So when you connect, you now send the picture. Okay. So we do this every day. So let's assume, okay, I go to the store, I lost my. Anybody ever lost their phone before? And when you lost your phone and you get a new one, don't you notice that all your contacts are still there? Exactly. So what is that services? S what? Amazon, okay? Exactly. Always remember, there are 3 major services provided by Amazon, right? Everything else go under it. You just 3 major. You can find a way to reach them together. Okay? So those are the things we do every day. I remember back in the days when you go to school and the paper we use, they put the paper and they stick it somewhere. If you need your certificate, you go and get a paper. Have you ever seen anybody giving you a paper certificate? He made it to you. So now we all have the Gmail, don't we? Or Hotmail or something. Where do you think? I hope my Hotmail was in 1996 or something. I can see those emails since many years ago. So now, like I mentioned, there's a cold storage, isn't it? And what else? Archive. Remember the archive one I mentioned? And there's some data I access frequently, like every day. Like now, you access your contact. Do you know sometimes when you make a phone call so much on your phone, your iPhone automatically name the person you call a lot? What does it call it? I think it's a star or something. People you call most. How do you know that? Okay, so with this information we have, you all now can relate everything we do every day to the Amazon, to the services. Now, remember when you mention cloud services, We are talking about Amazon. We focus on Amazon in this class, right? But all the other clouds, the same thing they do. They just have different name they call it. Let's assume you go to Walmart. You know there's Kroger. You know Kroger have their own brand of ibuprofen. You know those brand ibuprofen, right? Now you go to Walmart. I think they have their own brand too, isn't it? Is it not the same ibuprofen? So I'm teaching you guys not to, everything you need to know, basically not only focus on Amazon. So when you're done with this class, you can really go back to Azure. Azure is another company by Microsoft. Yeah, but you can still have your own in the future. You know, Azure have their own, Google have their own, they call it GCP. You know, their certification and everything. But depend on, okay, you know what, I want to do Amazon. Then you know, master the tools Amazon use, master the name of it, right? Now there's a Yoruba name, Hausa name, Igbo name, right? So if I want to speak Igbo, I will master names in Igbo, right? But do you know that these names most of them have the same meaning, isn't it? But different languages. So tell me, if you master Hausa and you know the meaning of that name, will you not be able to go to Yoruba and pinpoint someone with the meaning, the same meaning, isn't it? But you have to know it, understand it, know it deeper than you think. Like understand, don't cram, don't jump into it because you want to just make the money, you want to pass the exam. No, jump to it because you want to acquire the knowledge you need. So that will help you not only to pass the exam, to know exactly what you are doing every day. You know, some people say, "Oh, I lost my phone, but I want to see my contact." Come on, it's in the cloud. Back it up. Back it up. Move from one phone to the other one. Now, have you ever imagined something? On your WhatsApp now, you can use WhatsApp on your laptop, isn't it? When you connect your WhatsApp to the laptop, don't you see all the messages? What is that? No. When you see the light, it's backed up already, yes. But it's in the storage. You are doing the computing. Computing will go to the storage and pull it for you, isn't it? Now, I remember there was one time I was in Amazon that crashed, and I realized the blink camera wasn't working anymore. I think there was a issue. The Amazon have an issue, and the camera, you know, the blink camera, the one by your door, it stopped working. So what do you think happened? They were using cloud. Okay, the EC2 do computing, right? Is the one that do the job. But when you don't do the job, you put it in storage. So when your camera is running live, it's running on the server, it's computing, it's feeding the data, capturing the picture, recording and putting it somewhere. So when it crashed, you don't do nothing. You can't see anymore. You can't see anymore. But remember, when it came back home, they will still have the camera, the recorded camera, because it was in storage. All right. So we're gonna stop here today. 7:30 Central Time. I think it's 7:30, right? So, but I want you guys, if you have any question for me, I will send an email where you can contact, or what I can do, create a WhatsApp group where you all can share there. No question is stupid. Please ask question. Ask question. Just put it there. Hey, I want to know what this is all about. I'm studying from this, but I don't want you to move too fast. I want you to go back to what we studied today. You know, understand it more, relate to your daily life. Then we know we can now move from there. Are we good on that? So, thank you one more time. We're gonna shut up for today, but that does not mean we are shutting up for the week. Go over. I will share the. You know what I will do? I will create a WhatsApp group, right? I will put the PowerPoint there so everybody can have access to it. So yeah. So I want to download it, go over it as well. You know, even and pinpoint every little grammar there. I call it grammar, right? Go to Google, type it. Now I want to. We don't have enough time to go over the whole thing, but you have time to go over it. Pick one word at a time, read it. You will now open, your eyes will be open to say, you know what? Wow, this is what I do every day. It's not hard at all. All right. So thank you one more time, and I really appreciate your time. We're gonna the next class. Please don't miss it. Let's just be on time, and then we go from there. In absence of no question, we shut it up for the day. All right. Thank you.